Here and dear students, this is a wonderful lesson and it is a story of bravery and a story of one boy. And in the previous lecture only I taught you that there was a plane and which was crashed. Plane crashed and in that plane there was a pilot and he was a soldier. He was soldier and the boy saw crashing the plane and suddenly the boy came at that site and he helped the pilot. Pilot was not feeling well. His legs were fractured. His legs were fractured and because of this accident he could not walk, he could not stand also, and he told that you do not care, you don't worry about me, you just worry about the nation, and I want to give you the one task, one work, one mission. So the mission was given to the small boy and the mission was to submit the bundle of paper, the packet of paper to the commanding officer of the army unit. So it was a mission which was given to the small boy. And when the army officer, when the soldier told that these papers must be reached at Ambala station, there was army force and air force. There was air force at Ambala station, and papers must be reached there as soon as possible. So the boys said that, oh, this is my duty to submit these papers to the commanding officer, but what about you? The army man, the soldiers said, do not worry about me, I can manage myself, you just go run for your life. Run for your life, and then boy ran fast and the enemy could not catch the boy, and then the boy ran fast for his life. Dear students, we learned that boy reached at the army unit and he wanted to meet a commanding officer, but the other soldier told him that you cannot meet commanding officer if it is very important. So he told, I have something important, and the important was that message, the mission, the papers which were given by pilot. He told, and then the commanding officer met him, and suddenly the commanding officer asked him, who are you and why you wanted to meet me? Who are you and why you wanted to meet me? And then he described and he introduced himself, and the name of the boy was Makbul Bhatt. Now dear students, today we are going to continue with this topic that we have learned already. And dear students, the boy introduced himself that my name is Makbul Bhatt. My father was awarded a medal for bravery. He died fighting. So that English, subject is English. And dear students, a soldier's son. A soldier's son. A soldier's son is the topic, is the lesson. Okay? So my name is Makbul Bhatt and my father was awarded a medal for bravery. He died fighting for the nation. So his father is no more and his father died fighting for the nation. So his father was army man. Father was soldier. He died for the nation. Also, father got award. Father got award, a medal for bravery. So dear students, this is the history of the boy, that his father was a soldier and father died for the nation only. Father died for the nation only, and here his father got award, and the award was a medal for bravery. So his father, soldier, was brave, and that's why here soldier's son. the topic, the name of the story is a soldier's son. So his father was a brave, so the son also is brave. So he got award for his bravery, and he died fighting for the nation. And my mother and I live here now. So the boy Makbul but lives with mother. Lives with mother. So the soldier's son, the name of the son is Makbul Bhatt, and he lives with his mother because his father died for the nation, and the father got award for a medal for bravery, and he fighting for the nation. He was soldier. And I was watching the plane. So the boy explained before, and further he said, he added that I was watching plane because children, they like to see, they like to watch plane in the sky. We also, whenever the plane is there, helicopter is there in the sky, we like to watch, we like to see all these things. And that's why he was a small boy and he was watching the plane. And when I heard an anti-aircraft gun fire and saw the plane became unsteady. And suddenly the boy heard gunfire because the enemy attacked on that plane, and it was a gunfire. And when he heard a gunfire, suddenly he saw the plane became unsteady. Unsteady means not smoothly. Yes, no? So unsteady, because previously it was going smoothly, but because of that anti-aircraft gunfire, the enemy's attack, that after this incident, after this attack, the plane became unsteady, and I saw him fall to the ground, and it started falling. The plane started falling to the ground, and the boy saw that the plane was falling to the ground, and I knew I must save him. And I saw a pilot in the plane, and then I thought I must save the pilot because he was a brave boy, he was a son of soldier. So his father also told him that we should save someone's life. And though he was small boy, dear students, when he heard and when he saw that the plane was falling from the sky to the ground, he thought that I must save the pilot. The enemy was just a little distance away, but the enemy was there. So enemy, the other people, the terrorists were there, and it was not a far distance, it was a little distance only, but I ran to bring him back by a shortcut. So he was living in the forest only, in that area. So he knows, small boy knows all the shortcuts. Shortcuts we have to find out in the jungle, in that type of mission. We should know the shortcuts. So I knew that, and I ran to bring him. To bring him means what? The boy ran to bring the pilot. Yes, no, back by a shortcut. But when I reached him, and when the boy reached him, he found that he could not walk. So when the boy reached there, pilot could not walk. Pilot could not walk, dear students, because his legs were fractured, and because of this, the pilot could not walk properly, and he was bleeding profusely. Profusely means what? Bleeding means blood. So injuries were there, fracture was there, and because this accident, he was bleeding profusely. So bleeding means injuries were wounds, and from that wounds bleeding, too much bleeding, overflowing, and that's why he could not walk, and he told me not to worry about him. So the pilot at last, he told not to worry about him, not to worry about him. So not to worry about him, the pilot said, because the mission was important, he wanted to save nation first, not himself, because army man or any soldier, he must think about nation because he is army man. Not only army man, dear students, we also should think about nation. We should protect our nation. Whenever you think that there is something wrong, that time we should not think about ourselves. We should not become selfish. We should think about nation only. And he, the pilot, he was army man, he was soldier, he thought about the nation, and he told that he should not worry about him, but to try and get this packet to you. But the papers should be reached. He should care about he should worry about the papers only, because he handed over the packet of papers and it was a mission, it was something important. Yes, no, it was a mission, and that's why he told that you should not worry about me, but try and get this packet to you. To you means what? To commanding officer, dear students, and tell him that must reach Ambala tonight. It is very, very important. So Ambala station, when there was army force at Ambala station, that a packet of papers must be reached there tonight only. We should not waste our time, because something is dangerous and it is very important. And he explained, the Makbul boy explained everything to the commanding officer when he met. And he was small boy, he was a brave boy. When he explained everything to the commanding officer asked him, son, weren't you afraid of the enemy? It was the first question by commanding officer. Weren't you afraid of enemy? So I will write after these things, that weren't you afraid? Because the small kids, not only small, grown-up people also afraid of enemies, terrorists, and they think not to disturb the enemies, otherwise they will kill us also. So that's why the commanding officer asked her, weren't you afraid of enemies? First, why don't you afraid of enemies? Why don't you afraid of enemies? Because he was brave. No. Whenever, if you have bravery, if you are brave, we should not afraid of anything. Just we should do something for the nation, something for the people without afraid, without scared. So, weren't you afraid of enemy? He asked. Then the boy gave reply. He replied, my father told me never to be afraid of the enemy. So this is important. Never to be afraid of enemy. Never to be afraid of enemy. So never to be afraid of enemy. This is the lesson. This is the message given by his father only, because father was also soldier. And he said, the boy said, my father told me that never to be afraid of the enemy. They can't do anything. They can't do enemy. They cannot do anything. Yes, so if you are brave, you can do anything. But they can't do anything. They can't do a thing if our number is not written on the bullet. If our number is not written on the bullet means what? The gun where the enemy, where the terrorists use the bullet. That is called bullet. So if there is our number is not written on the bullet, they cannot do anything. So that's why never to be afraid of the enemy. It was a message given by soldier, given by father to the son, and he did not. He always remember this motto, this message. The son always remember this message, that we never to be afraid of enemy, because they cannot do anything. If you are brave, if you have bravery, if courage is there, definitely, dear students, you will kill that terrorist. They cannot kill you. So you should not afraid of the enemy. My father told me never to be afraid of the enemy. They can't do a thing if our number is not written on the bullet. Good. You are indeed the brave son of a brave soldier. Has the enemy been able to catch the pilot? Commanding officer said, very good beta. Because the son had bravery. So good. And he added that you are the brave son. You are the brave son of a brave soldier. You are the brave son of a brave soldier. Commanding officer said, dear students, commanding officer said that definitely good because never to be afraid of enemy. My father told never to be afraid of enemy. My father died fighting for nation. He was a brave soldier and I am the son of soldier. Soldier's son. A soldier's son. So, son, you are really good and you are the brave son of a brave soldier. Your father also brave. You are also brave. You are the brave son of a brave soldier, and that's why the name of the lesson, a soldier's son. Has the enemy been able to catch the pilot? So tell me about enemy. Did they catch pilot? Because when you left the pilot in the forest, did they catch him? Were they able? Tell me about pilot now, because you told everything, but what about pilot? Then page number 20, dear students. Makbul said, I don't know, sir, because I couldn't wait to see. Pilot ordered me